The wife of an American Navy lieutenant jailed in Japan plans to protest a meeting between the Japanese Prime Minister and President Biden tomorrow.
Brittany Alkonis, wife of Navy Lieutenant Ridge Alkonis, says she will not stop fighting until her husband comes home again. Tomorrow's protest is one of 17 others being held all around the country, many at Japanese consulates. Jim Spiewak is live outside the Utah State Capitol. And Jim, one of those protests will be right here in Utah.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Heidi. It's going to be held here at the state capitol. This protest, along with all the other ones that you just mentioned, one goal in mind is to get the president of the United States to demand that the lieutenant be brought home.
The last time I saw him was Tuesday of this week.
Brittany Alkonis, Navy Lieutenant Ridge Alkonis' wife, gets to talk to her husband for just 1 hour a month.
That's with me, him, and our 3 children, so you can imagine there's a lot to be said.
The Alkonis' 4-year-old son, not old enough to fully understand why daddy is in a Japanese prison, but just old enough to want to plan his escape.
As we walk him to school, he tells me how daddy's gonna break out and run so fast that no one can catch him.
But for Brittany, the reality is it's her job to bring her husband home diplomatically. And with the Prime Minister of Japan visiting the White House and President Joe Biden tomorrow, she'll be out protesting in D.C. along with 17 other protests that will be going on across the country.
There's only one message, and that's that Ridge needs to be transferred back to the United States.
Brittany has already met with Vice President Kamala Harris, Jake Sullivan, the National Security Advisor, and the ambassador to Japan. She believes them when they say they're searching for a solution to bring the lieutenant home.
Honestly, all I think it will take is for Japan to understand that this is a priority to the United States and that every day that Ridge continues to be in that country, that it is hurting our relationship.
Alkonis has been in a Japanese prison since July after the Navy concluded he had a medical emergency while driving and crashed into and killed 2 people. Brittany says that the U.S. has leverage to negotiate with resources Japan wants.
I feel like it's not a big ask to ask that Ridge be transferred back to the U.S.
Now, Senator Mike Lee was very instrumental in helping get an amendment passed that allowed that family to keep their benefits, which were set to expire here very, very shortly. As for tomorrow's rally, it's going to be here at the state capitol. It starts at 10 and goes until noon. We're live in Salt Lake tonight. Jim Spiewak, KUTV 2 News.